What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by BLSG, and this is another Eagles off-season video. If you guys are new to this channel and love talking Philly sports every single day, go down below and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and make sure to turn the notification bell so you guys are instantly notified whenever I upload a new video. Now, earlier today, as you guys probably know right about now, the Miami Dolphins earlier today got former Chiefs wide receiver, aka the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Yes, they did not end up getting Tyreek Hill, and in return, the Kansas City Chiefs ended up getting 5 draft picks, which in my opinion is honestly a terrible trade. But we're not here to talk about that trade, but we're here to mainly talk about a receiver that the Eagles have had interest in for probably since today or yesterday. So anyway, we're going to get into that right now. So sometime today, and apparently today since Tyreek Hill went to the Miami Dolphins, your starting wide receiver core in that area is looking like Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, and now Tyreek Hill for the wide receivers, and then Mike Gesicki is your tight end. So the question for the Philadelphia Eagles, since the Miami Dolphins have those 3 wide receivers, what does this mean for Dolphins wide receiver Devante Parker? Yes, the Philadelphia Eagles have been actually looking into Devante Parker. There have been rumors saying that the Eagles could get Devante Parker, and there are a few other teams that are interested in Devante Parker. And Howie Roseman still has yet to grab a veteran wide receiver out there in free agency or in a trade. Devante Parker is not a free agent. He is actually currently with the Miami Dolphins, but there's a chance he does get moved since the Miami Dolphins did end up getting Tyreek Hill. Also, another weapon for Tua Tagovailoa to throw to, but this means something to Devante Parker. And I honestly think the Philadelphia Eagles could have interest in Devante Parker. Devante Parker is 29 years old, had his best season in 2019 with about 1,200 yards, and had his worst season in 2018 with about 300 yards. So honestly, from my opinion, in terms of what I like and dislike about Devante Parker, the thing is, when you have it right in the middle, he's kind of an up and down receiver because he can give you good seasons and then he'll give you some bad seasons. But like I said before, his best season came in 2019, his worst season came in 2018. And for the reason why was either because he had a bunch of bad games in 2018, or he missed a few games that prevented him from getting the yards and the expectations that Devante Parker wanted. But this is somebody I think the Eagles must go after. They need to go after Devante Parker. He's 29 years old, he's still in his prime, and he can still bring something to this team. And the Eagles, like I said before, have been looking for a veteran wide receiver and have yet to grab one. You know all the guys who've been going off the board already. Davante Adams went off the board. Chris Godwin went off the board. Allen Robinson went off the board. You know who went off the board in free agency that the Philadelphia Eagles could have gotten. But they have yet to grab a veteran wide receiver. And other veteran wide receivers are still out there. I'm just going to name a couple. Julio Jones is still out there in free agency because he left the Tennessee Titans. Jarvis Landry is still out there because he ended up leaving the Browns. Those are just 2 examples. The list goes on and on, but I am not going to list every receiver. Those are just some examples. But I feel like the Eagles are just not going to go after a veteran wide receiver. If you want to get a veteran wide receiver in free agency, those are one of those 2 wide receivers I just mentioned, Julio Jones or Jarvis Landry, are 2 wide receivers in free agency that you could possibly get. But I still think the Eagles, they have a shot at Devante Parker. I think Julio Jones and Jarvis Landry, in my opinion, might be a little bit up there in the money, but I really do think Devante Parker does have a chance to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. He might not be as skilled as Julio Jones and Jarvis Landry, but he could still bring you something to the table under your very young quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who is a huge leader in the locker room. That is why wide receivers, like players like Devontae Smith and guys like Devante Parker, would want to come to the city of Philadelphia because of their quarterback's leadership. And that is our guy, Jalen Hurts, who leads this team. This is Jalen Hurts' team, and people just need to come out and play for Jalen Hurts. But the reason why no veteran wide receivers want to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, it's not because that that they don't want to play for the Eagles. It's just that they're afraid they're going to have a bad season because after what the Eagles have done in the last few years. So, if the Eagles want to make that change, it has to start pretty much right now. You need to go in and get Devante Parker because he is one of the better wide receivers that are still out there, and a few teams are looking to get him. But the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, need to go out and grab Devante Parker. What would it take? I don't know, but I feel like it would take less to get a guy like, well, I know it would take less to get a guy less than Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, Allen Robinson, if they were still not free agents right now, and if they were still with the team, or etc., something like that. Anyway, overall, I just really think the Eagles should go out and get Devante Parker because he's a young receiver. He knows what to do. He has the hands. I think he's a pretty good route runner. He's just got to clean a few things up. He has to play like his level at the 2019 season and must not play like his level like what he did the 2018 season. But Devante Parker, I'm really hoping the Eagles can somehow find a way to grab him. And if they do, the Eagles will not have to go out and get a veteran wide receiver in this draft. Even though the Eagles the other day did end up grabbing Zach Pascal in free agency. Zach Pascal is not going to be enough, in my personal opinion. So I think you need a much more skilled wide receiver. I think you need a guy who has much more experience, but at the same time is in their prime and will hopefully not get injured too much. And a guy like that is still on the board, that is out there, that the Eagles have had rumors and have had interest in getting, is Devante Parker. But yet again, let's remind the people, who is the GM that can only make all this stuff happen? Who is the GM on the Philadelphia Eagles, and the only GM on the Eagles that can make this happen? That's right, y'all. I said it. Howie Roseman. That is the only problem I have with the Eagles not getting the pieces that they need. Howie Roseman is the only problem to this team. He is not getting the pieces that we need. And he's been too quiet in free agency. He's been way too quiet in free agency, trades. He's been too quiet. It's time for him to pick up the pace. It's time for him to ramp it up in free agency. I don't know if you're trying to cook up something big, Howie, but it's time to go now because these receivers are going off the board. Allen Robinson's going off the board. Chris Godwin went off the board. Devante Adams is off the board. You know who's off the board. There's still some wide receivers out there, but like I said, once again, I'm going to say it. Take advantage of the wide receivers that are still on the board. Devante Parker, Julio Jones, Jarvis Landry, but especially Devante Parker. Take advantage, look at him, see what the Dolphins want for Devante Parker, and if he wants to come to Philly and to be led by a very young quarterback in Jalen Hurts, go out and get him. Please do not, I repeat, do not go out and look at more quarterbacks. We don't need quarterbacks. What are rookies going to do for you, Howie? Rookies are not going to do a thing. They're not going to do a thing for you unless they can come out and be a day one starter. Stop looking at guys like Kenny Pickett. Stop looking at guys like Malik Willis. Stop looking at them. Get the quarterback stuff off your mind. Get it off your mind right now. I'm tired of you looking at quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are not in need right now. And you're telling me that a young, almost to be rookie quarterback like Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis are going to be better than Jalen Hurts? Is that what you're going to tell me? You're going to tell me that rookie quarterbacks like Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis are going to be better than Jalen Hurts? I don't know what's wrong with you, Howie, but I'm going to say this for the last time. Stop looking at quarterbacks. Stop it. Stop looking at quarterbacks. Anyway, we're going to move on. Yeah, anyway, I really do think Devante Parker, he can have an interest in the Eagles. It's just about, how much the Eagles are going to need to give up for him. If they don't give Devante Parker, which I think is the last chance that the Eagles might have at getting a veteran wide receiver, unless they can squeeze in a way to find a way to get Julio Jones or Jarvis Landry, I think this is the last chance for the Eagles to get a veteran wide receiver. And the draft is coming up next month, the end of April, somewhere around there. So I really think this might be the last chance for the Philadelphia Eagles to try to get a veteran wide receiver. So Howie Roseman, if you're watching this video, get the job done and stop looking at quarterbacks. Please. Just stop looking at quarterbacks and get the pieces you need in the city of Philadelphia. We need to grab a guy like a Devante Parker, and you need to have a good draft. You got a 3-year extension, Howie Roseman, so earn the money and get things together and get it right. You guys give your thoughts down below in the comments section. How do you feel about the Eagles having interest in Devante Parker? Do you think the Eagles will get Devante Parker? And what do you think the Philadelphia Eagles will need to give up? And do you think Howie Roseman will get the job done? You guys give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 300, 4 subscribers away. Let's get there, hopefully very, very, very soon, so I can do my 300 subscriber shout out. I'm sure you people might remember, but if you do forget, I'm gonna refresh you. Every 100 subscribers now, we draw out of a hat or out of a Tupperware to see who will be shouted out every 100 subscribers that we do reach for a new milestone. And we're 4 subscribers away from 300, so please help me get there. We're coming so close to 300 subscribers, and I want to do another shout out event so I can shout out you guys and shout out your channels, and hopefully we'll get other people to subscribe, especially if you have a channel. So please, if you have not done so, and if you're watching this video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so, and hit the like button on this video. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. Fly, Eagles, fly.